Hello. And yes, I own that song. I'm allowed to use it. Fuckers. Welcome to whatever this is. No idea. This is a new channel. Completely new. What I wanted to do for the first video is I wanted to go through these 10 most frequently asked questions to guitar players. So I'm gonna go through the list and answer them, and hopefully I can fucking entertain you. And then another video about gear and whatnot. My story, because I have a pretty interesting story about my hands and a condition I was born with and how I play. So stay tuned for that, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But anyway, I'm gonna stop saying. Let's get rolling. So the first question is, where do you want your guitar skills to be a year from now? About a year ago is when I purchased my first real guitar. It was an Ibanez. So first, I started playing guitar on this. This was what I really kind of started to learn on. And yeah, it's the Craig Bennett Signature Series. It's not a terrible guitar, but there was a lot of things that I had to change that probably would have helped me playing, like the high action. But so I learned on this, and I had a terrible time. I wasn't picking it up. But with that guitar, I had a really hard time playing. I was definitely farther behind than I think that I should have been playing. But then I went to Guitar Center. I picked up this. It is the Ibanez BDX, the 120 BDX. I got it for like $200. You know, not. It's definitely a great beginner guitar. It definitely has a better feel, and whatnot. And I know that I'm making this question go a lot longer, but where would I want to be in a year from now? Just keep improving. I want to be able to play faster, shred, as you will. I can't do that very well. Actually, I can't really at all. Or I can't sweep. So that kind of stuff I would definitely love to learn, but I'm also limited to play with 3 fingers. I can't play with my pinky. Now that's not like, you know, people are like, okay, you don't have to play with your pinky. There's some other things that, once again, I'll cover in the other video about my hand condition. This is the guitar that I'm rocking with now. It is the Epiphone. Yes, an Epiphone. But it is the Les Paul Custom. I don't know if you can really read that. Picked this up for $600. Love it. That's all I can say. I'm actually going to Guitar Center to purchase a new guitar in a couple days, so I'm gonna record, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. Next question: What music gets you excited, and why? Music that gets me excited is metal. So I didn't always like metal. Metal was always something that I hated, actually, growing up. Really hated it. My older sister would listen to it, and the screaming and the heavy riffs, I just wasn't into it. What I was into as a kid was more Ozzy Osbourne, Def Leppard, you know, stuff like that. Growing up around like 2nd grade is when I was really listening to that stuff. I'm 19 years old, by the way, so I'm still young. But that was the kind of stuff that I grew up listening because of my dad. So to me, that's the kind of stuff I liked to play on guitar, and that's what got me excited, was hearing that and hearing a cool riff. You know, trot home from school and sit down for hours and trying to learn it. It was really something I looked forward to as a kid. But it wasn't until about a year ago that metal music really became my favorite thing. And I'll still go back and listen to some Ozzy. I still love Ozzy and Def Leppard and Poison and Whitesnake, Eddie Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, whatnot. But metal gets me excited. Now, it doesn't say on the list. I blink a lot. I don't know why. My eyes, whatever. It doesn't say on the list who like inspired me or anything that I see. But Steve Vai inspired me. But Randy Rhoads officially inspired me to pick up a guitar, and then shortly after, Steve Vai kept me playing the guitar. Third question is, what would you do if you knew there would be no way you could fail? I mean, I guess I'd go fucking bonkers, you know? I'd go balls deep. I'd tread all over the fucking women's titty. I don't know, like, if you couldn't fail, I mean, you just do whatever you want, really, because you can't fail. But then again, if you can't fail, does that mean that you don't have a skill cap? Like, you just know how to play, so... Because then it'd kind of be boring, because then there's nothing else to learn. And I think that's, like, one of the coolest things about guitars. There's so many things you can learn. I mean, I'll learn things just from playing by myself, and I'll be like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So if there's no way I could fail, I mean... it'd be fun for a little bit, but I don't know if it'd be exactly something that I would want. You know. Number 4 says, why aren't you playing guitar as much as you would like to? I'm actually playing guitar a lot, so I can't really answer that. I do have a full-time job, which blows. And I'd love for like YouTube and music to be a career, you know, but I'm doing this for fun. I'm not doing this and hoping that I get millions of views. You know, I'm not like, oh, this is a job, I need to do this as a job. No, this is just for fun. But no, I get home, I work 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Get home, and we play for an hour or two. So on days that I work, I don't really play for more than an hour a day, but I mean, that's still an hour a day. 5th question says, are you thinking outside of the box? If so, are you also acting outside of the box? So, I realize that I'm the type of person that, I'm very influenced by other people. I'm pretty bad at having my own style, I guess it'd be. Like I'll hear a Slipknot song, and I'll just play that Slipknot song in my head. And when I pick up my guitar and I start playing, I start mimicking the rhythm and the riffs, and it's a bad habit. It really is. But at the same time, sometimes when I do that, other things hatch, and it starts to lead away from that, and I make it my own. But one thing that I realized when I pick up a guitar and I have a riff in my head, I can't break that rhythm, and I just keep playing that rhythm. And sometimes it's not good. Sometimes I get frustrated and I gotta put down the guitar, and that's definitely not a good thing. You don't want to get frustrated. When you get frustrated with playing is when you just want to take a break, because you know it's something for fun, and so you gotta like chill out, you know. Number 6 is, when was the last time you listened to a new artist, band, or guitar player? I actually did just listen to a new band. It's called Gojira, Gojira. I believe I spelled that right. The System of a Down singer. I think his name's like Serge Tankian. Oh look, I'll put it on the screen. I don't know. Number 7 is, do you aim for the never-ending pursuit of perfection, or is it better to strive for completion? I'm more of perfection. Definitely, if I can play through a whole song, I think this is what this is asking. If I can play through a whole song but it's sloppy, well, that's not good. You wanna take the time and you wanna learn the parts. So you wanna learn the intro, get it down in your head, play it with your eyes closed, get it nice and smooth, move on. And one other thing that I realized is, this is also gonna be a channel for like beginner guitar players, because I still consider myself a beginner. So I want to help you guys, and with my condition, I think that you guys will find some pretty interesting things about me and how I play. Well, one thing that for me helps is play to the song. If you're playing a song, say you're playing Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, play with that song. Say you're playing the intro to 1. This is my best example I give. The intro to 1, all the way down to the ending of the intro, where it's like, you know, that right there, I could always play it, but I'd play it too slow, and I didn't realize I couldn't play at his speed. So I sat down and I practiced playing with him, and that was a really big thing. So if you think you can play it, make sure you play along with the song. Alright, number 8 is, are you being the musician you want to be, or are you busy competing? I'm being the musician I want to be. I don't really compete with anyone. I don't even have any friends that play guitar, honestly. It's actually kind of sad. And this light is really like driving me fucking nuts. The lighting in this room is terrible. I look like a fucking egg. So yeah, I play my style. Because, like I said earlier, I find myself playing in the style of other people. I always try to bring it back to my own, because if you try and mimic someone, if I sit down and I'm like, I want to be Steve Vai, I'm gonna feel terrible about myself, because I can't play like Steve Vai. He's a fucking god. So I have to play to my level, my capabilities, and push myself my own way. I can't expect to be the top. You know, I have to play at my pace, and you don't have to shred to be a great guitar player. You can sit down and just doodle, and it'll be fun, and it'll sound good, and you can make music with that. I'm telling you right now, it's not all about how fast you can play. It's all about melodies and rhythm. So that's the reason I still play guitar, is because I don't strive to be the next something. I want to be me, and I want to push myself. What are you practicing and why for number 9? Right now I'm practicing playing faster. I know that I just said that you don't have to play fast, but you can, and you can learn to play fast, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I love hearing killer solos. And you know, I'm just taking it one step at a time. Don't get frustrated with it. I'm just playing fast, getting faster, play to a metronome, you know, stuff like that. So I'm practicing playing faster, not any particular songs or anything. And number 10 is, are you fine being the guitar player in the band, or do you secretly also want to be a lead singer? For those of you, well, none of you are gonna know this. I actually do make music with a buddy of mine, Tim. He'll probably be on the channel at some point. I'll actually play a little demo of a song we did. It is really heavy. So if you aren't into this, kind of sorry. Oh yeah, so I'm definitely okay with being a guitar player. I mean, I am gonna be kind of singing. I think I'm gonna do like the chorus, because the screamer, the yeller, the, you know, oh, that was Tim, not me. So, you know, I like playing guitar, and I that's all I ever wanted to be, was a guitar player. I'm not really in a band though, because I'm not really interested in playing live shows. I'm more interested in putting music up on YouTube. So this might be the channel where I put up music if I make it. So hopefully you guys will like that. I don't know. If you don't, then I guess don't click it. But also, being a singer would be cool, but I'm okay with being whatever. I'll be the bass player. I'll be the drum. You know, I'll play the drums. You know, like, I think music in general, dude. Like, don't ever be like, oh, he's just a bass player. Like, hell no, dude. Like, every bit of instrument comes together to make a masterpiece, and you're all in on it, and it's all a good time. So it doesn't matter what instrument you play. You know, you're there for the fun of it. All right, guys. So that was the top 10 commonly asked questions to guitar players. That was a pretty decent list. Some of them I couldn't really answer because it's just not. I wasn't in the situation to answer that. But yeah. So if you're a beginner guitar player, pick up, keep playing. I know that it's kind of random that I just did that, but I just hate to see guitar players get discouraged, because that was me at one point. With the hand condition I was born with, the doctors told me I wouldn't really be able to play guitar. And, you know, I believed them at first. And I picked up a guitar, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it. But I just kept doing it, and I just kept playing, and I can actually play now. So if you're discouraged, don't be. But yeah, so check out the next video coming out that I can describe a little bit more about myself. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and fucking shred on them titties, boy.